There's two important reasons why you would need to use Canva in your social work digital online business. And reason number one is probably the most important and the most valuable. Hi there and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Michelle, and on this channel I share tips, tools, strategies, and resources for social workers looking to start a digital online business. Now there's two major reasons you would want to use Canva inside of your social work digital online business, and we are going to start with reason number two. Now, one of the reasons Canva is going to be an invaluable asset to your social work digital online business is reason number two on this list today, is because you can create graphics, you can edit simple video in there, you can create webinar slides, you can create all types of things in Canva, and you will need all of these things in your digital online business. So that is why it's the second most important reason that Canva will be an invaluable asset in your digital online business. Now you might be asking, what is Canva? Well, Canva is a browser-based graphic design software that you can use for either free or $12.99 a month at the time of this video. Now, prior to me using Canva, I was trying to figure out how I was going to create graphics for my business, webinar slides, all the things. And I remember pricing out some webinar slides, and they wanted $500 for those webinar slides. And so I reached out to a friend who has a digital online business, and I was like, hey, listen girl, how do you create the graphics for your business? And that's when she put me on to Canva. And let me tell you, I have not looked back since. It saves you a whole bunch of money. And yes, one day you can offload this task to someone else and pay that money, but you don't have to do that in the very beginning and break the bank. So when I say Canva is an invaluable asset to your digital online business, it is an invaluable asset to your digital online business. So now the first reason Canva is an invaluable asset to your digital online business is because you can use it to create a digital product. And what does a digital product mean? Well, that means money. So if you want to see me create a digital product inside of Canva, keep watching. So we're going to pop on over to the computer, and I'm going to show you how I created one of my digital products. Okay, so we are inside of Canva, and you'll land on your main dashboard. Now, for those of you who have not signed up for Canva, you would need to sign up for Canva, and I'll go ahead and put a link in the description box for you to be able to do that. But if you want to sign up for the free version, that's fine. You can create this digital product that I'm going to create today with the free version. However, if you can, get the pro version because it just gives you access to more additional tools. So some of the tools that I'll use today might be pro version tools because I have the pro version, which is $12.99, like I said at the time of this recording. So let's get right into it. What I'm going to create for you today is a simple digital journal. Now, digital journals are all the rage. So are digital planners, digital anything these days, because people are taking everything to the tablet, the phone, the computer. To create a digital journal, first we are going to start with create a design. So if you see my green cursor here, we'll go over create a design and click on it. Once we click on that, we're going to come down here to the plus sign and hit that, and we are going to create custom dimensions. So I'm going to change it from pixels to inches because I want to do it 2 inches bigger than your standard size of paper. So a standard size of paper is going to be 8.5 inches times 11 inches. So we are going to make it 2 inches wider and longer. And to do that, we would have to do 10.5 by 13. And so you'll see the button turn purple to create a new design. So this brings us to our page where we are actually going to create the design. So with a digital journal, I'm not sure if you've seen digital planners or journals, but they typically look like they are sitting on a desk. So in order to get this effect, the first thing that we're going to do is go over to the left-hand side, and we are going to click on the Elements tab. And one of the things that we'll do first is go up here and search for wood table. So we want a table top. So you have to get very specific. So I want to go to photos only. So I'll click photos. And this one looks pretty good. So we'll just drag it over and pop it right onto the thing. So now what we're going to do next, now that we have something, well, you know what, actually, I like this one better. So we're going to put that one there. And then the next thing that we're going to do is get the piece that will help us start to build out our digital journal. So we're going to go back to elements and we're going to go to lines and shapes. And you'll want to see all. And I'm going to scroll down till I find something that looks like it gives dimension. So this one here looks like it gives dimension. So I am going to make it a little smaller so it doesn't look so large on the side. And then I'm just going to pull it down to fit. Now you see Canva will give you some perimeters inside of here. So I'm going to pull it down here to get it to fit and be the 8.5 by 11 page size. So I'm going to leave that there. And the next thing that I'm going to do is get what I would like to call the cover of this digital planner. So I'm going to go back to elements. In my recently used area, so Canva will give you what you've recently used. I have a cover, but I'm going to search for a new cover. So I want an African print because I want this journal to have an African print on the front. So let's see what they're working with here. Not sure that I like any of these. Maybe they have some photos here that I can use. So let's see what comes up. I'm not sure that I like any of these. So let me go back to all because I saw one that I liked. So I like this one. So I am going to put that here. And I'm just going to play with it a little bit to offset it from the actual piece that we have on the bottom. So let me pull this down. And as you can see, let me see, will it let me? It's being real temperamental. There we go. So I wanted it to be a little shorter than what's down here at the bottom. So it looks like it has some dimension. So now let's go and put some tabs on this bad boy. So because I've already made a digital planner, I still have the tab here in my recently used. But if you want a tab, you can go to elements. You can go to lines and shapes. And you can pick out a shape that would be a good tab for you. Now, you could use this one down here. I use this oblong shape one because I just thought it was a better fit for the tabs that I wanted to create, which is this one right here. But again, you could use any shape that you want to create your tabs. So what we're going to do is come over here and I'm just going to grab the corner and make that smaller. And then I'm going to go up here to the side right here and I'm going to grab it and make that a little smaller. And just so it's not super small, I realize that it might be super small for you guys. I'm going to go down here to the bottom and bring this up a little bit to make it a little larger. So I'm going to go over here to the side and I'm going to flip this around to 90 degrees. And I'm going to pop it right about here. Now, the next thing I'm going to do is click that right up here to duplicate this tab. And I'm going to bring it down to the bottom. And I'm going to put it right about there. Now, to ensure that these are even because they are not, I am going to click on File over here. I'm going to go Show Rulers and Guides. And now our rulers are going to come up. So we want to come in 1 inch from the start of this book or this journal. So that's 1 inch that way. So we're going to move this tab right there. And then we want to bring down the next one. And we're going to go all the way to the bottom. So we can go 1 inch from the bottom. So this starts here at 12. So we're going to go up to the 11 inch. And then we're going to move that tab up there. So now we have these tabs perfectly spaced from the edge point of this journal. So now what we're going to do is we're going to click on this and we're going to duplicate it again. So we'll say that this particular journal has 6 sections. So we're going to do 6. So we have 2 already. So 3, 4, 5, 6. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on this. I'm going to hold the shift button, and then I'm just going to make sure I highlight all of these, including the one at the bottom. Once I do that, I'm going to go to position. I'm going to click vertically align these, and then I'm going to click tidy up. Once you click tidy up, it's going to make everything even. So as you can see, all of these are now even tabs, evenly spaced on the right hand side of our journal. So now that these are evenly spaced, we are going to click position again, and we're going to move them backwards so they actually look like tabs. We're also going to click to group them to make this easier to move them around, because technically for me, they're a little too far out. So I like to move them further back into the journal. And now we're going to click on each one, and we are going to put different colored tabs on these. So we're going to start with the colors that are already there recommended to us. And we're just going to pop these in. Now, again, this may not be something you'd want to sell. I'll be honest, this is not the item that I would necessarily want to sell. And I'm going to play with these colors a little bit because let me start over here. I want to change these around a little bit because I don't like the contrast of the blue tabs against the journal. So I want to make sure that I have these offset colors here to just complement it. Okay, so now we have our tab. So let me just make this a little smaller. I'm going to bring it down to 50% so we can see it in the entire screen. I'm going to click back on file, and I'm going to click show rulers and guides so it can take that off. So now here we have the start of our digital journal. So one of the things that we're going to want to do here is put some letters on this journal for the tab. So I'm going to click on this, and let's see, what will this journal be about? So this is going to be, we'll call it the 6-day journal. So we're going to have Monday, and I'm actually going to shorten that out to the abbreviated version of Monday, and we are going to flip this around to 90 degrees. There's an easier way to flip this, but I'll show that at a later time. Now that white doesn't look so great against there, so we're going to take it back to black. And now you can see that I'm going to bring this back up again. So now you can see I have Monday here, and what I'm going to do is duplicate that. Canva will line it right up for you. And I'm going to pop in here and do Tuesday. And I'm going to do the same thing for all the other ones. Okay, so I'm now finished doing the days of the week. And as you can see, we have 6 days of the week here, Monday through Saturday, because this is going to be our 6-day journal. We'll give people a day off from journaling on Sunday. So now we have our tabs, and I want to see if I can just bring this down a little more. Okay, perfect. So sometimes you have to make it a little bigger to bring it up, and just to see some things, I want to just play with this a little bit on the side here and just move it out a little bit. Okay, there we go. So now let's drop this back down so you can see it into the entire screen. So now we have the makings of our starter journal. Now, one of the next things that I want to add to this journal is going to be the binder ring. So I'm going to come back to elements. I'm going to clear that out, and I'm going to go up here and type, not binder rings. I'm going to go up here and type binder, if I can get it, if I can type binder rings. So as you see, it's already here because I've been working on a digital planner that I'm going to be selling on my website. So let's grab these right here. As you can see, they come up as a pro version. So some of these, if you don't have the pro version, you may not be able to utilize some of these that I'm using today. Actually, I don't like this one. I think I like this gold one here better. So I'm going to use it. Okay, so let's come back over here now that we have the gold binder rings, and we are going to place these binder rings right here. So I am going to shorten them down just a little, okay, because that was a little long. And now I'm going to center it. I'm not sure if you can see it, but there are purple lines that pop up where Canva will show you where the center is for this. And so now we have the binder rings. Let me just make these a little smaller, a little smaller. And now actually I'm going to make them a little longer again. So sometimes you have to play with these just to get to make it perfect for you and what you're trying to do. Okay, so now that's all evenly spaced out. So now you see it starting to come together. We have our binder, we have our rings. Now we're going to do a couple of things on this before I start to add the pages. One of the first things that we want to do is just give this some depth. And so what we're going to do is click on edit image. We are going to come down and click on shadows, and we are going to place what's here in the middle is a drop shadow. And so as you can see, once you do the drop shadow, it just gives it a little depth. It makes it seem like it's sitting up off of the table. We're also going to do, well, now Canva wants to act a fool. So we put that drop shadow on there. And so we're going to hit apply. I don't know why Canva is acting stupid, y'all. This is what it does sometimes. So we're going to put that drop shadow back on there. We're going to hit apply. And then we're going to go, and let me just delete this, my apologies. So we're going to go and do the same thing with the binder rings. We're going to put a drop shadow on the binder rings and just give them some depth as well. And we're going to hit apply. Okay, so now we have our binder rings, we have our cover, we have our tabs. Now, again, this is just for illustration purposes and showing you. You can also add more tabs up here at the top just based on the contents of your journal. You want to make sure that it matches up, or if you're doing this as a digital planner or however you're doing this. So one of the things that we're going to do now, and I'm sure there are people who do this differently. This is just how I do it. You can create your own workflow. One of the things we're going to do now is duplicate this. So as you can see, I went up to the top here. I hit this duplicate button, and now we've duplicated it. So what I want to do here is remove this page, this front page, because now we're going to add the pages of the journal. So now that we have these, all we need to do is grab our pages that are going to go into this digital journal. So I've already created my pages, as you can see here. And so I have some pages. I'm not going to put all of these pages in there, but I just want to show you how it kind of works. So I'm going to download a page. I'm going to download the pages that I want. Once I've downloaded these pages, it'll give you an example of what it looks like if you decide to have it printed up into a binder, an actual physical binder. But we're going to close that out. We're going to leave out of here, and I'm going to upload those pages. So now we're back over at the journal, and I am going to upload those pages that I just downloaded. So I'm going to click them all up. Let me click them all. And as you can see, I got a bunch of things here in my files that I've been working on. I have to do some filing today. So now we've uploaded our pages. Now, the reason why I do it this way is because I have found that when I'm creating these digital journals, because I have the background for the table, the pages often want to just go into the background when I pull them directly from Canva. So what I do is I create the pages in Canva, then I download them, then re-upload them. There's a couple other benefits to this, is the fact that people can't alter your designs once you do it that way. So one of the first pages that I want to put in are my I am manifestations, right? So we're just going to bring that over. We're going to put it down here. And then we just want to bring it to where it comes up to the corner. And so now this is going to act as one of our pages. Now, again, you might need to bring this bigger just to make that page fit. Now, one thing I want you to notice is it went over the tabs like it was supposed to, but now it's covering the binder rings, right? So you're like, what the heck? Well, that's an easy fix. We're going to click on it. We're going to click on position, and then we're going to click backwards. And that takes care of the binder rings to put that piece of paper on that binder to make it look like those binder rings are going through the paper. And I want to make sure that this is centered again because it just doesn't look centered to me. But there we go. So now we have one of the pages. So let's do that again with the second page. So we're going to go and put in our SMART goals. So again, we're just going to grab the corner and pull it down to make sure it fits. Make sure it just goes in where it's supposed to. We're going to click off of there. We're going to go back and position it backwards. Now, one thing I want you to do is I also want you to edit this image, and I want you to put that drop shadow on there. Again, just to give it some depth, we're going to do the same thing to this page. We're going to put that drop shadow on there. Hit apply. Okay, so let's add the other pages that we have here. So I have my dumb goals. I'm going to just put that there. Now, again, Canva will help you line all of this up. So after I do that, again, position backwards. Sometimes you want to click off of your Canva design because it just needs to recalibrate. And then you want to go again to edit image and put that drop shadow on there. See how it acts sometimes? So sometimes Canva can be wonky. It will resize your image when you put the effect on there. You just have to come back in and just update it again. Okay. So there we go with another one of our pages, and then we'll put the last two pages on here. So this is the 5-minute journaling page. Now, you can create more than, these pages, and you don't have to do it this way. We're just setting up the first pages of this digital binder. Okay, so let's drop that shadow on that one as well. Apply it. And then we're going to come down to the next one and put in our last page. Now this page has my business colors on there, my brand colors. You can make, and customize your pages to whatever you want them to look like. Okay, so let me hit position on that, send it backwards, and then click off of it, click back, and then edit that image and put that drop shadow on there and apply it. Okay, so now we have the drop shadow applied to everything. Everything's a go, right? But no, because there's still a couple other things that we have to do on this. Okay, so now we have our main pages. We're going to click on this in the corner here, and it will help span it out so you can see it laid out. Now, what we're going to do is you don't want to just leave it. Say, for instance, you create your first pages, which are going to be all of the base pages. You're going to get the framework here. So these are going to be all of my base pages in the journal. We're going to add a few more journaling pages. So this is the 5-minute journaling section. So say you want 6 pages because they're going to journal every day. So we have one here, right? So we're going to do 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we're going to add those pages just by clicking the copy button up here, the duplicate button. Now we have all of these. So say, for instance, so you say, okay, these are all the base pages, but now I want to make sure they have enough for a month. You're going to click the first page here. You're going to hold down the shift button, and then you're going to click the last page here so it highlights everything, and then you simply duplicate. And as you can see, it's going to keep creating pages for you. And so now we're up to 31 pages. Now, again, you might have more pages based on whatever digital product you're creating, but we have this here. We have all of the pages laid out, and this is what our digital journal is going to look like. Now, say for instance, you say, well, you know what? I want an end page to my digital journal. You can click on this one, you can duplicate it, and you can grab it, and you can just pull it down to the bottom and place it in the space that you want it to go in. And now you have one on the end that acts as a end page for your digital binder. So say for instance, you click on that end page and you bring it forward and you say, you know what? I don't want the cover page though. I don't want it to be the same. So you're going to just click on that. You're going to delete it. You're going to come here to elements. And let's say we'll just grab this this piece here, this element, which is just going to be a plain square, but you can resize it as you can everything else in Canva. You're going to bring it down so it doesn't cover that page. And then we're going to pop it out a little here. Now we're going to change this to, let's change it to the yellow. Right? So we'll say we're going to end with the yellow so we know that's our end page. We're going to position it backwards behind the binder. And so now you have your end page, so you can come to this box again, span it out, and just see what that looks like. Now, again, this is not something that I would sell. This is just a mock-up to show you how easy it is to create a digital product. Another thing we can do are link these tabs to the proper pages, right? So when people click on them, it will take them to the page inside of this digital binder. And so this is a real simple, easy way to create a digital product. Again, this is just a digital journal, but you can create digital calendars, you can create digital templates, you can create workbooks, you can create guidebooks, you can create all kinds of things inside of Canva. And so I do teach this inside of the Swell community. And we definitely go a bit more in depth when it comes to digital products. Actually, we go a lot more in depth when it comes to digital products. But this is merely one example of a digital product that you could absolutely sell inside of your digital online business. And it would definitely be a great thing for you to have, because this is a digital product that would issue no refunds. So when you put it up for sale, you would simply say, there's no refunds on this product due to the digital nature of this product, right? And so they would buy it, download it. You could easily sell this for about $17 and just simply make some income that can boost your business so you can create your larger ticket digital product, which could be a membership course or whatever it is that you're trying to do that's going to work best for your particular audience. And here we are. We have our digital planner all laid out, completed, at least for the tutorial in this video. And you can absolutely come in and create something similar and sell it as a digital product. Now, it doesn't have to be a journal or a planner. It could be whatever your particular ideal client, customer, community needs to help them gain a transformation. Not all transformations have to be super large. Maybe it can just be a small transformation to start with, so you can show them your skills, knowledge, talents, and areas of expertise. For as social workers, maybe you come in here and you do breathing exercises and journaling, whatever it is that's going to be best for your clientele. You can come in and create a digital product. Now, one thing that I do want to show you is, how do you share this digital product? Super simple. So you're going to come up here to share, and you can click on share. And you can either copy the link. If you copy the link, when people opt in to purchase your digital product, once they make the purchase, you can actually redirect them to a page that has the link, include instructions with it so they know what to do, so they know what to expect. But just to show you an example, if I copy the link and I go in here and someone clicks on that link, it's going to open it up in this screen for them. And this is how they will gain access to that digital product, right? And so if they have GoodNotes or something of that nature, or another note-taking app on their tablet or phone, they can absolutely come in and write on this document with their Apple Pen or whatever type of device that you have. If people want to actually write on this document, you can always create it in PDF form, which is not going to have the rings or anything like that. But you can absolutely, if you want to keep it with the rings, if they want to download it and still write on it and have it look this way, you can simply hit download. Make sure it's set to PDF standard or PDF print if it's going to be printed. So we'll go with PDF print. And then we are going to hit download, and it will download our PDF document for us. And once we do that, I'm going to click in it and show you what that PDF looks like right here. And so this is what the PDF version will look like for your customers or clients or community. And they can absolutely come in and print this out and do as they please with it. And this would be your digital product and their digital journal or planner or whatever it is that you decide to create. So I hope you found this video super valuable. Please be sure to click the like button. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more valuable tips on starting a social work digital online business. And as usual, this is your girl Michelle saying, stop waiting. The time is now. Start a digital online business. Bye for now.